with Taylor? I don't know.
Just throw it out there. We'll all answer as
Guys, I'm 22. What do you say if a girl you have friends with benefits with is pregnant?
Oh, ho ho!
How old is he?
I am happy
22.
that I have no experience with this because that sounds stressful as fuck. Best of luck, buddy. What you need to be doing is first, when she brings it up to you, ask.
I go first.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna want to offer to pay for that abortion. It's $400 to $600. You can go with her or not. It really depends on if you're feeling up to it. You're going to want to immediately offer to pay, but in the end, it is her choice. So you're not going to want to be forceful about this. Like, you're just going to want to put it out there that, hey, regardless of what you decide, I support it, and I'll fund it 100%. Now, to some regard, that means that you'll support the child forever, which you're going to have to do
so
anyway.
you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, a judge is going to say it if you don't. So go ahead and get that out there. But hopefully she's willing to get an abortion since you're very, very young, and presumably, because you came to us with this question, you didn't say, "Hey, I'm trying to form my life now. I'm about to have a child. I'm 24 years old. I need to get this, and that."
22.
Or you said, "Yeah, 22." You said, "I'm 22, and she just told me she's pregnant. What do I do?" So clearly, you're terrified. And you want to have an abortion, and you should just offer to pay for it and be really, really supportive. And you can't push her. You've just got to be there for her because of the society we live in and morality and such. No stare.
I am pro-choice, but I think like a lot of people that are pro-choice, not enthusiastically pro-choice.
Dude, it's a way more gray area issue than people like to talk about, but. So, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
The one thing I'd throw out there is I feel like you're more morally in the clear the faster you get it done, right? Get that thing out of her. Don't hang out and wait and like I feel like if you're gonna be if you're gonna have an abortion, earlier is better. Don't just hang out and like deny it or whatever. Not only is the surgery less invasive and destructive and such, but also the baby is less of a baby the earlier you go. So don't dilly-dally on this call. If you were a Patreon, you'd get this information several days earlier. Just saying.
If you're
$500 Patreon, the $500 Patreon
for a couple more dollars,
I will perform your abortion.
Exactly.
Maybe you just text them back or something. Like, shoot them the email now. Be like, we'll give you this one for free.
I don't even know who made the question. We don't have that info.
For the $500 Patreons, I will perform the abortion for you.
Oh God. Using
so think of that as like a safety net that you're paying for every month. One less thing to worry about. Kyle's there. Don't need an abortion doctor. He can handle this.
Yeah, the problem is it would be an overdose of Kyle's fucking apple flavored, Everclear distillery. That will be the abortion.
Chug this. Let me get the shot back.
Oh God, that's terrible.
You said there were 3 cinnamon sticks in here.
Right. 4 days later, she finds a cinnamon stick in her vagina.
That's how you know it took. That's how you know it took. You find the cinnamon stick and you're all in the clear.
So you basically just leave Easter eggs in women's vaginas for them to find later. Well, I hope this took. Oh, thank God, the cinnamon stick's poking out. That's Kyle, the Cinnamon Man Abortion Clinic's calling card.
I won. I got the big one.
I would say for that guy, 22 years old rather, his friends with benefits is pregnant. First, you want to ask, who else have you told? Because not like you're going to fucking murder her or something just because you want to see if maybe you're not the only guy. Mind-blowing. Brace for this, Mr. Question Asker. You're probably not the only guy that she's fucking right now. Very rarely is there an exclusive friends with benefits situation because you're not in a relationship. You're just friends with benefits. And so you want to start off by asking a question that won't implicate you in it. You want to have her say, this is your baby. And then you will know that it's your baby. Or you can have a paternity test taken. Actually, no, the child has to be born for that. So you want to avoid that if possible. Woody, you're raising your hand. I'm going to, Matt.
Thank you. Now, friends with benefits situations, crazy, Kyle. These things have no accuracy whatsoever.
No,
What the fuck is that number? 0.035? So you're half of legal limit for driving?
That can't be true.
Can't
That
be
means
right.
what the fuck is that?
He's drank a whole one of these things and some Captain Morgan, and these things mean nothing. But my interpretation of a friends with benefits situation was that typically one of them wants to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend and is settling. That they're not
generational.
You think this is generational gap?
I do. I think friends with benefits are a much more commonly and much more reasonable arrangement with terms of people who just want to fuck, which is totally reasnable.
This was a term that existed when I was in college, but none of my friends had friends with benefits or anything. Like I didn't know anyone who scored such an arrangement. It was like something you'd see in a movie. Like
Holy Grail style thing.
Yeah, Holy Grail, perfect. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that what you're saying is true. I think it's somewhat generational, but it's also like I think it's understood societally and evolutionarily that men want sex. That's our modus operandi. Men want sex because that's how you reproduce. Women want commitment because women can get sex whenever they want. And so they don't have commitment is women's sex. You have to work to get it. And I think that if you're into friends with benefits, at least one person, either the guy or the gal, in that situation would like for it to become something larger.
I can't agree with that.
Yeah,
I think that there's a possibility. I think there are lots of scenarios where that occurs, and I don't want to rule it out. I don't disagree. There are scenarios where that occurs, but I think you can find scenarios where that occurs and it's mutual. That is the point of that. The goal is actually for friends with benefits. You don't want this weird kind of emotional commitment from one person and not from another. You just want the fucking sex. So,
I mean, I've done the FWB thing quite a bit before, and it's always that usually the girl wants a relationship out of it because that's their end game more than the man's end game. Because if a guy can get the milk for free without buying the cow, to use a very old term, then he's going to do that a lot of the time.
I'm glad you brought it up because I wasn't going to, but I knew that you had FWB experience, Taylor. You achieved the Holy Grail in a way that I never did. Would you describe yourself as out of that girl's league? I don't have a better phrasing, but were you a reach goal for her, a stretch goal?
No.
And that's why she was desperately hoping that she could land you by giving you all this sex?
No, if anything, I think that girls who...
Jesus, let's... I mean, give some fucking autonomy to women too. Women like sex.
I was about to do that.
Who like sex.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
What did she think she was getting in return for all of this sex? I mean, it must have felt terrible for her.
I didn't mean that, but I do think that if she wanted the relationship and Taylor didn't, I wondered if there was a power imbalance.
It is a little. No, I wouldn't even say it is a power imbalance. I would say that at least once it's happened where a relationship was wanted and it wasn't achieved because I wasn't interested. But most of the time, it's like you're both having sex for fun because you're enjoying it. But at the end of the day, if the opportunity were presented to the girl in that scenario that, hey, do you want to become exclusive? She probably wanted that. In some recess of her heart, she probably wanted an exclusive thing because that's the thing for girls. Women value exclusivity more than men because men like having sex with as many women as will let them have it.
We as men override base impulses, right? In the sense that, we make sacrifices or make decisions that are not just, I'd love to spread my seed as wide as I can, right? We have to do this. This is just the rational brain trumping biological
You're
need,
saying
right?
all men, without exception, just want to spread their seed as wide as they can.
What's that called? A straw man, I think. Right?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
All right, you keep that shit on lockdown over there. Have another glass of your fucking balloon wine over there.
Will do.
I really wish I had a couple of Filthy's delicious beers right now.
Yeah, you probably do, man.
What were you saying, Filthy? Before I straw manned you?
Oh, sorry. Continue, Filthy.
But the point being that why isn't the benefit of the doubt given the other way too, right? Yeah, okay, so maybe biologically, maybe, and this is Evo Psych, and Evo Psych is something I actually have background in, PhD level background in, and there is a shit ton of controversy in Evo Psych as it is. So when we say this
very
is
un-PC. Yeah, Evo Psych is very un-PC.
It's very un-PC and it's very hotly contested. So we don't know where the fuck that shit stands. There's no like, no one has decided on that shit yet. So even if we work with that assumption that is right, you still got to give them the benefit of the doubt in the sense of cognitively you can put that shit aside. So yeah, okay, maybe biologically women have. I mean, this is Triver's argument, right? This is to give citations for this. This is sex is evolutionarily more costly for women than it is for men, right? All the bearing a child is just biologically more costly for a woman than it is for a man.
Cost.
So you're saying women are worth less after they have a baby? I don't think that's true.
They have to deal with a lot more potential.
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you.
They have to deal with a lot more potential ramifications.
You just described it as costly. I don't carry on.
No, but okay. But the point being that, like, from this, like, even if we agree with that, there's going to be women that there are out there, women who like to fuck. That's just how it boils down to. And the society is much more forgiving of this now than it's ever been in the past, right? Women are allowed to be sexual people without this being the end-all, be-all of slut-shaming. This is the end of it. So I don't know that I can get behind that. I mean, I can hear your point, Taylor, that there may be situations, and there are probably lots of situations where one of those members, male or female, and maybe even predominantly female, I have no idea what the research looks like on this, is actually wanting more than that. But I also believe you could have an equitable friends with benefit relationship where both people just want to fuck.
You absolutely can. That's true.
Yeah, okay.
Like I don't think that's even debatable because it's happened. Like that's definitely true. Yeah, I think my point from earlier was more what you perfectly elucidated it. Yeah, so we're on the same page there. We agree.
Holy shit.
We can. Yeah, I think it's mostly women.
All right.
Who want the relationship potentially, but there's also a plethora of examples where both people are just like, I'm in it for myself. If this ends, so be it.
And I've known some dudes in my life who are desperate dudes who need to get fucking laid. Like, the best thing that could happen in their life, not only from their own perspective, but from everybody else's perspective, is holy shit, someone fucked that guy, so he will stop barking up every female tree that he sees, stop being this ridiculous human being all around, because he is just so much of his self-worth is tied into getting laid. And those fucking people, and those are men, and predominantly my experience
it's
of that.
All men. That's all men. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that's every man, or that's only
mankind?
men?
No, I think he's saying that all of them are men.
I articulated that poorly. It's not all men who are like that, but that group, that subsection of people is only male.
Yeah,
and that's totally true. Because if you're a guy and you're not getting laid, it almost feels like the people around you can feel that, you know? Like, if you're in a dry spell and you're not feeling up to snuff, like, you almost feel like people discern that there's something off about you. But that's just a male thing, because women can get laid whenever they want, frankly. Like, they can. Like, it may not be, Brad Pitt, but, it's way easier for a woman to find a dick than it is for a guy to find a vagina.
Yeah, that comes at trade-offs, right? Like,
and that's why. The reason you said earlier is because the overwhelming cost of pregnancy lies on women. And so naturally, you are going to be way more... If I could get pregnant and have to carry a baby, I'd be way more selective about who I fucked, because it's like, okay, this could be potentially a child of mine, and I want to make sure that it has the best genes, that it's healthy, that it has...
It's not just biology either. I feel like it's also cultural, right? There's definitely double standard here. The whole stud versus slut thing. When a girl adds a number to her count, there's a certain cost to that. When a guy does, there's none.
Yeah, well, that's like an odometer on her ass. Just keep that keep that between you and yourself.
She'll just go till it rolls over.
To the suggestions you were giving the person who asked the question,
you could put one of those dildos in there,
a little bit late.
Roll it over yourself.
No, I want to hear what Tilty has to say about this.
But just it's worth talking about, like, the repercussions of pregnancy with a sex partner, even if it's a friends with benefit partner ahead of time, because it makes a hell of a lot of difference for me going into something like this if I know her viewpoint on abortion, her viewpoint on what happens if shit fucks up and you get pregnant. What are we going to do about this? What it's not a sexy talk to have. It's not like, that's not first date talk generally. That's not like, oh, we're about to roll into bed. Hey, hold on a moment. But shit, sometimes it maybe ought to be that, because that's useful to know. Because if you run into individuals who, for religious beliefs or other reasons, are not willing to abort a child, and the child is conceived with no expectation, no desire from either parent, I mean, that's at 22. That's a huge life-changing event, and like that's avoidable. That's avoidable with some discussion, in a large part. So I don't know.
I remember my Skype message, like your status. For a long time, it was being pro-choice is a quality I look for in a woman. It was Kyle's. It was a quote from
Kyle's
Kyle.
status, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very important. Like, I mean, it's a huge thing. Like, I need to know that we're on the same page on this major decision that's going to affect. Nothing else really affects you that way. That another person is going to get to say yay or nay on. Like, you don't think about it going into that because we all want to get laid, but it's like you really need to know that, like, if this condom fails, that your life isn't over now, because you might not have sex if you thought it would be, because they always say 99%. Like who knows what that number even fucking means in practical use if you're using correctly. But I think a lot of guys are stupid. I think a lot of people are stupid and they don't know how to use it.
And they rip all the time, but you can always tell when they do.
What he was suggesting earlier, like never have we ever style shit for just like shits and giggles for this. But I'm like not joking around for a second. How many people have a condom break on them? Like I've had a fucking condom break on me during sex. Never.
Many times.
Yeah, seriously. Like
when I was a teenager, I didn't know. Like today, it's like, whoa, this is getting better. But teenage Woody, like, didn't know.
Yeah, the only reason it usually breaks is if you don't have a lube, I've found, and then it's like, pow! It's like, whoa, wait a minute, something just happened. But no, I don't think I've ever broken a condom.
Jesus. I've broken a number of condoms.
I mean, condoms are practically broken just by the time they stretch over my baby's arm of a ginormous cock.
You're like, I break 2 or 3 just putting one on.
Oh, yeah. It's stretched at its tensile strength just to start with.
It's shaking from the tension on your cock.
It's shaking.
Oh, yeah.
Dozens of videos of people like putting 7 gallons of water in one and like heaving it around and it's fine, but
a car window
no dice.
People put them over their head, but not that head, baby.
I tried. I had a condom break like that on me 3 times in college. My freshman year, we had a bunch of condoms, and they were just the unlubed, like, you know, those kind that they give you for free when you're in college. That's bullshit. Where it's like, hey, take this one choice condom, and it's like, well,
round. The package is round.
Yes, the packages are round. It's got like 4 perforated semi-corners, like weird little garbage things. And we thought like it would be funny to like put it over our head. My friend Zach got it over his head. We laughed. My friend John, who was in the dorm next to me, put it on his head and we laughed. My head was too big for 3 condoms. I tried the first one, just no chance. Tried the second one, bailed out halfway across this vast cranium of mine. And then the third one, I had Zach try and put on, like, all right, let's get this. It'll be a funny picture for our Facebook or whatever. and he tried to put it on. He got it, like, rolled down to here and then just pop! Just nothing. Like, you can't get over this melon with those weak-ass condoms. Like,
so now you understand how my cock feels.
But I actually, everything behind me is actually 30 feet in the background. It's only my head that makes it look in proportion.
Dude,
but
I didn't realize.
I don't remember if it was PKA or PKN, but Kyle went to that closet behind him, which all of us had previously thought was like 15 feet away. He can practically reach it with the length of his arm.
He was blown away when he did that, when he goes, I'm going to go to that closet. And he stood up and took 1.5 steps and then bent down and reached into it.
Yeah, like he's touching it.
He's touching the closet. I was under the impression that was far away. I don't know why. Forced perspective, I guess.
This is a really tiny room. We're in a real state of flux.
I also thought that was a French flag.
A French flag? No, it's Russian.
I know, because it's hanging the other way. Yeah.
To kind of like...
Man, I'm drunk.
Out of that topic for a second.
I'm drunk